Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Mkenya Marekani. This is a platform where we educate you. And I know a lot of people who have been asking about joining military, Air Force, Army. So today, I have here some recruiters who will be talking to you about joining Army and a lot of benefits. So let's go direct to recruiter today. She's a marketer. Tell us your name.
My name is Staff Sergeant Sydney Murphy.
What are you guys doing today here?
So currently we're in the city of Puyallup at the National Night Out. It's a law enforcement community event. So we're here supporting law enforcement, supporting the community. We are a community asset as the Washington Army National Guard. We serve the state of Washington. So we're just out here representing the Guard.
Oh, wow. This is now the National Guard.
Yeah, so the Army National Guard.
Oh, it's the same as Army?
Similar but different. So we do serve under the Army, but in the Army National Guard, we serve primarily the state of Washington first. We have a state mission as opposed to just the federal mission. So we respond to things like fires, floods. We run food banks. We build field hospitals in a day. We do snow response, natural disasters, stuff like that. So the community, state of Washington relief.
So it's only in Washington?
So every state has a state guard, so all 54. Because Hawaii and the territories, but we as the Washington Army National Guard, we do serve the state of Washington. Occasionally we get called up to help our neighboring states if they have a disaster that they can't support themselves, but primarily we do serve here in the state.
Oh, wow. So how long have you been serving?
So I've been in the Guard for 2.5 years, and prior to that I was active duty for 5 years.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been deployed anywhere?
Nope.
Oh.
No, not out of the country.
Okay. And so far, how is it for you?
I love it. So I come from a family where, middle-class family, 4 kids, all of us were very close in age. I had a dream of going to college and going to college to study medical sciences, and my family was not able to support that financially. So the Guard has given me financial freedom, and the fact that I've been able to fund my college. I have a master's degree, I have no debt. I was able to do that through my service in the active duty military and now National Guard. Without it, it wouldn't have been possible.
Wow.
And so now serving the state of Washington, I mean, it's just a lot of fun getting to actually serve your community and respond to community things and show up when they need you.
Wow, that's amazing. So guys, we are talking to a learned person. I'll have to mind my English. So what are some of the benefits of joining?
Yeah, so the staple benefits are going to be the tuition assistance. So we do have state and federal tuition assistance. What that means is that we do pay for college tuition, also like tech and trade programs. On top of that, the medical insurance. So medical insurance is a huge reason why a lot of people join. It can be very expensive here in the U.S. And we have a reduced medical insurance for service members and also for their families. So, and that's just through, again, the 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks in the summer of service. You are eligible for TRICARE, Reserve Select, as well as family members.
So what is here that people might need to know?
So I would say the main things that people need to know are definitely the tuition assistance, right? College is very expensive. The medical insurance is very expensive. On top of that, serving in the Guard, you are working towards a federal retirement. So that's a 20-year retirement, something a lot of companies don't offer.
Yeah, as you can tell already, I'm coming from Africa, from my accent.
Yeah.
What are some of the requirements, especially for my country people? I come from Kenya. Have you ever heard of Kenya?
Yes, I've heard of Kenya. We actually have several soldiers in my unit alone that have come from Kenya. So the requirements are that you do have your green card, and then we can help you gain citizenship, and also help your family gain their green cards and eventually gain their citizenship. So again, and that's a reason I'm assuming a lot of the people from Kenya and different parts of Africa in our unit have actually joined.
Oh, that part for getting a citizenship is very important.
Yes.
How long does it take?
Yes. So it differs case by case depending on the situation. I can't give you a solid answer on that. A recruiter would be able to better answer that question for you based on your individual situation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. What are some of the other things that immigrants should know about military so that they can join?
The biggest thing is just opportunity, right? Like we have so many different job opportunities and different benefits, and it can be intimidating, especially because of the language barrier. But I just encourage, if you have any questions, reach out to a recruiter. They're all, very well-versed, kind-hearted people, and just ask questions.
Wow.
Yeah, like the opportunities are endless.
That's amazing. I see already our recruiter is here. We'll talk to him a little bit.
Absolutely.
What's your name?
Going, guys? I'm Sergeant Hawking. How's it going?
Good. How is it going so far here?
Oh, it's going great. I love my job. I
Yeah.
love what I do. I love serving the citizens of Washington State
Yeah.
and the citizens of the nation.
How long have you been serving?
I've been serving in different capacities for the last 9.5 years.
Wow.
I was in the Marine Corps before I joined the National Guard, and then whenever I got out of the Marine Corps, I found a home here in the National Guard.
Sorry. What is better here in the National Guard than in Marine?
So I can pretty much guarantee that I'm starting to get a little bit older. I know I look young, but I'm getting older.
Okay.
So being in the National Guard, I'm guaranteed to stay here and work here in the state, and not have to go from Hawaii to North Carolina to California to anywhere else in the country that there's a Marine base. I serve in Washington State.
Wow.
Unless I deploy, which I'm absolutely open to doing. That'd be 6 months to a year at a time overseas, whether it be in Poland or Thailand or Germany, or any other operating place that we operate as a country, or any other NATO country really usually.
Wow. What are some of the main advantages of joining that you know?
Main advantages of joining the National Guard over the other branches is the National Guard allows you to be able to go to college while you're in the National Guard. So whenever you're active duty, you're going to be doing a lot of training, a lot of deployments, a lot of different workups and stuff. So there's not a whole lot of time to actually do that full-time degree plan. But the National Guard, you only serve that 1 weekend a month, that 2 weeks in the summer, which the rest of the time is your time to go to full-time college, right? And the National Guard pays for that all the way up to a master's degree, right?
Wow.
And that's without even touching your GI Bill, which is the federal benefit that you get.
Wow.
Right.
That's fantastic. I've never known that. It's good that you elaborated.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's lots of different benefits that come in the National Guard. I can tell you this, looking back, hindsight being 2020, if whenever I was 17, I would have known what I know now. I would have 100% joined the National Guard beforehand, and then got my college education, got my bachelor's degree while in the National Guard. And then once I got out of the National Guard, commissioned full-time active duty as an officer. Better pay, better lifestyle, more responsibility.
What are the main differences between being a reserve and a full-time?
Part-time and full-time, the differences?
Yeah.
So full-time, whenever you're active duty, you report to your unit every day. 5 in the morning, you do PT, you go back. This isn't like standard across the board, but everybody's experience differs depending on their job. But for me, it was 5 in the morning, physical training activity for about 2 hours. Then we go back, shower, get dressed in our uniform of the day, have breakfast, and then usually by 8, 9 in the morning, we're at our working day. And then from that point, we do like battle drills, go over training for our specific jobs and stuff like that. So I was in air defense whenever I was active duty, and so we would train different tactics as far as how to defend different areas and stuff, and different job-specific things.
Oh, wow. Could you just tell us a little bit about the process of joining, what you need to do?
So
just apart from the green card, we've already said that. Now, like, what do you need?
Okay, so say you got the diversity green card, so you're a permanent resident. From that point, I need to get your birth certificate, a social security card, which you'll get once you come to the U.S. at some point, and then your green card, which has your permanent resident status on it. And then we take those source documents. Also, if you have like any sort of college from whenever you were into for different rank advancement sorts of things, because it counts as a credit. So then we take all of the documents that you have, like all of your official documents, we upload them, and then we give you an application. So there's a lot of things that we need to know, like your residence, and then you have to have references from each residence, your medical history, and stuff like that. And then once we have that application, we build a packet. We send that packet to MEPS to pre-screen it. Once that process has come back good and you're good to go to MEPS, we'll send you down to MEPS. It'll be a full day. They'll be doing a test. So you take the ASVAB, which is the military entrance test. So it's really more practical, everyday testing to find out what type of job you would qualify to do. Then they'll do the physical portion, which is where the medical staff will pre-screen you and look over your body and make sure that you're good to go and fit for service, because you got to be kind of in tip-top-ish shape to join the military. Then once you pass that, you'll swear in, your right hand, swear your oath to the Constitution and the United States. And then from there, we'll pick a ship date for you to go to basic training. If you're in high school still and you're a junior in high school, you can go and do that swear-in process. And then in between your junior and your senior year of high school, actually we'll send you to basic training. But if you're already at graduated high school, which should probably be a lot of the people that will be watching this, you would just pick a date that's good with you, as far as, family readiness and making sure your family is prepared way in advance to go to basic training, which is 10 weeks, and then you'll graduate that basic training course, and then you will go to your AIT, so your advanced individual training. So that would depend on what job you picked, depending on where you would go for that specific training. Then, once you finish that advanced individual training, you'd come back to the state of Washington. You would drill with the state of Washington. You don't sign your contract to join until you know and you are okay with going and drilling in this specific spot. Like, they don't change it up on you. You are in full control of your career, and that's what one of the differences is between the reserves and the Army National Guard. So one of the main differences between the Army Reserves and the Army National Guard is in the Army National Guard, you pick your spot and you stay there until you want to move, right? So in the reserves, you're in a region, so that can be, for instance, we're in Washington. That could be Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and you would have to go there every week or once a month to drill for them. But in the National Guard, you pick where you go and you stay there until you decide you want to leave.
What are the ages?
So our age is 17 to 35, but I've seen waivers be approved up to 42 years old.
Oh.
Yep. 9, right?
Yeah, I'm 39.
Yep. So 35 is the easy cutoff age, but if you're over the age of 35, there are waivers and there's a process that we can use. And I've seen more and more lately, as of late, middle of 2023, waivers being processed for age purposes.
Do you have to run and swim?
Oh yeah. So hear me out. People always get a little bit deterred and they say, "Oh, I'm not in good shape, and I can't swim, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, I can't do that." The reason why it's called basic combat training is because it's designed for you to pass. They teach you how to do all of these things.
Wow.
So the Army and the Army National Guard is very much stresses the importance of crawl, walk, and then run. So they're not gonna immediately get you there and expect you to be able to run a marathon. Right? So there's training that is involved in preparing your body step by step to get to a point where you can eventually swim, where you can eventually run 12 miles at a time. We're not naturally able to just do these things. So that's what basic training and all of the follow-on training does, is prepares you to do that job, right?
Wow. That's fantastic. How long do you plan to serve?
I plan to serve as long as they let me until they kick me out.
Oh!
Absolutely, yeah, I love it. I'm not just a recruiter, but I also love my job. The Army National Guard has been very good to me. I know I'm a recruiter and all, but I really do love this job.
Wow. That's fantastic.
And then one of the other unspoken things or unspoken benefits is the family, the network. Like you were speaking to my colleague over there, we're not blood related, but she's my sister.
Wow.
If I have any sort of problems happening in my real personal life, I can.
You got somebody.
We got each other's back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's fantastic. I appreciate your time.
Hey, no problem.
And hopefully from this video we'll get some people who will want to. I have a big number.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask one more question. Can you recruit people outside America?
I can if they plan on moving to Washington, right? So if you have any friends or anything that plan on wanting to come to Washington State or somewhere in the area, I can talk to them. They would need, like I said, to be working on that, trying to get a diversity visa or some sort of green card.
Yeah.
And once you get that,
so you don't file for people green card.
So I as a recruiter, I can't do any of that paperwork as far as filing for green cards and stuff like that. But my hope is that everyone can, that wants to be a citizen and wants to get their green card can come. I love diversification. I love meeting new people. That's one of the cool things that I love about America so much is that we are the great melting pot. And we do, regardless of what a lot of the media will try to spin off these days, we really do care and love each color, sex, religion, creed, anything.
Wow.
For me personally.
Absolutely. Maybe last but not least, could you just tell us what did I want to say, by the way? There's something I wanted to say, but it's skipping my mind.
That's okay.
I've forgotten, but anyway, if it comes, I think so far we've gotten a good. No, I wanted to ask.
Yep.
I hear that people get paid a big sum to just join. Is that true?
A pretty big sum?
Money? An amount to just join.
Yeah. So depending on the job, it changes every year. The job, there's a list of jobs every year that are in high demand, right? So there's a shortcoming. We need more combat medics. We need more truck drivers. So they'll put out initiatives or
Yeah.
incentives. I mean, rather incentives to join. Right. So right now we have $20,000 sign-on bonuses for people to join the National Guard, depending on the specific MOSs. Yeah.
20,000.
20,000.
You didn't mention that in the first
I
place.
didn't mention that. Well, the thing is, as a recruiter, I don't like to sell people on bonuses.
Okay.
I like that to be something that they find out and they're like, oh,
Yeah,
snap.
it's good
There's
idea.
that too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Correct.
So, right. I don't want to financially motivate people.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, people that are financially motivated don't make good soldiers.
Wow.
I believe it in my heart that I want to serve, and I want to talk to people that also believe it in their heart.
Wow.
Right.
That's
And then the money and the different benefits, I would do
Will
this
come.
for free if they paid me, or
Yeah.
not paid me, but if they fed me and gave me a place to sleep and took care of me, I would do it for free. But the money is an extra, right?
Wow.
It is a nice extra.
I think that was a very good conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
Hey, no problem,
We'll
man.
catch up. Our
All right.
YouTube channel is called Mkenya Marekani. Say Mkenya Marekani.
Kenya Marakan.
Mkenya, it means Kenyan in America. Mkenya Marekani.
Kenya Marakan.
Correct.
You guys destroy me in the comments as far as how I pronounce that, but I didn't mean any offense by it.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And
All
thank you
right.
for your service.
Hey, thank you guys for your support.
Yeah, thank you.